Hi guys, so I'm going to read Strange Tales Annual number 2. So this will be a part of the Spider-Man playlist, the Human Torch playlist, and the 1960s Marvel playlist. So Strange Tales Annual. The Amazing Spider-Man face to face with the Human Torch. This long-awaited epic length thriller is only one of the many wonderful features within these unforgettable pages. The Marvel Comics Group ushers in the Marvel Age of Comics. Strange Tales Annual presents one of the most epic thrillers of all time, the dazzling Human Torch on the trail of the Amazing Spider-Man. Aided by his sister, Sue Storm, known professionally as the Invisible Girl, the Human Torch goes through his paces during his daily workout at his backyard obstacle course.
Whew! Just made it. Not bad, Johnny. Tomorrow, I'll try turning it even faster. There! I zipped through the war surplus tank tread without even touching a rivet. Don't get too overconfident, young man. Remember, the tank wasn't moving. You'll have to brush up on reversing your direction in flight, Johnny. I got you that time. Ah, sis. Can I be allowed one mistake? Nope. Not when it could mean your finish in a real battle. Hey, dig this, Sue. I shaped my flame to fit the lock just as like a key. Not bad, Torch. But I guess that's enough for today.
So the creators are written by Stan Lee, drawn by Jack Kirby, inking Steve Ditko, lettering Art Simic. Returning to the living dining area of their modern, split-level home in Glenville, Long Island, the Torch and his sister prepare for a lazy, leisurely Saturday afternoon.
It's rather nice to spend a quiet day at home, with no dangerous Fantastic Four missions to worry about. You can say that again, sis. Boy, that workout was a gasser. I'm pooped. Look out, couch. Here I come. Flamin' fireballs. Look at this. Almost the whole blamed issue of Live is devoted to that swell-headed Spider-Man. Where does he come off getting all that publicity? What can he do that I can't do better? Well, he'd get more headlines for one thing. Boy, that really bugs me. When I do something sensational, the Fantastic Four gets the credit. But when that corny creep does anything, every paper and mag gives him a write-up. If you intend to continue that childish tantrum, I'll simply fade away. Yeah, you wouldn't be so calm if there was a Spider-Girl somewhere stealing your thunder. Every time I pick up a paper, it's Spider-Man this and Spider-Man that. Boy, that guy makes me sizzle. I'd give anything for a chance to prove he ain't so hot.
Although he doesn't suspect it, the Torch is closer to that chance than he knows. Let us now visit the Museum of Art, where a newly discovered Da Vinci masterpiece is on exhibition.
You'll never be able to pull this job off, Fox. There's too many guys around.
Don't be a fool. My plans are all made. That painting will belong to the Fox before morning.
I still don't like it. Even the cops don't stop you. You still got the Fantastic Four to worry about. And maybe even Spider-Man.
Exactly the opposite, my friend. I've arranged things so that Spider-Man will help me. Just wait and see.
And so, later that night, as a curtain of darkness falls over the unsuspecting city,
there, this master wire will cut off all electric power within a 3-block radius. I don't like it, Charlie. All the electricity went off. That means the burglar alarms won't work. Better
get the electric company repair truck here on the double.
Hello? Hello, operator. This is an emergency.
Minutes later,
you show the boys where the main fuse box is. I'll wait here for additional equipment to arrive.
Then, after fixing the faulty wiring, the repairmen leave, taking with them one item more than they had brought.
You work like a charm, Fox.
But the best part is yet to come. Wait till they find the clue I left for them.
It's gone! While they're fixing the wires.
Look what I found under the frame. Looks like a part of a giant spider's web. Hey! That's it! It must have been Spider-Man!
Within an hour, the news is out.
So Spider-Man finally turned criminal. Well, they'll catch him.
I never did trust that guy. Always keeping his real identity a secret. And it says Spider-Man steals priceless painting. And the hideout of the Fox.
Are you sure this hunk of canvas is worth all that dough, Fox?
It's supposed to be Da Vinci, ain't it? Even something he threw away would be worth a fortune.
Of course. But now let's watch Spider-Man lead the police on a wild goose chase.
At that very moment, standing atop an isolated chimney, far removed from the hostile crowd below, a lone figure scans the latest news headlines in bewilderment. The only way I can prove my innocence is to find the real thief. But how? I haven't any clues, and I dare not let the police catch sight of me. This is one time when even Spider-Man can use some help. The Human Torch lives in Glenville, just outside the city. If I can convince him of my innocence, I have a chance. He's a teenager like me. It might be fun to work with him, while we go after the guy who framed me. The way I'm dressed, this'll be easier than taking a train. And so, a short time later, at a suburban town on Long Island's South Shore, last stop, Glenville. All off. It doesn't take the Spider-Man long to find the Torch's home.
I'm going to meet Reed and Ben in the city now, Johnny. I left your dinner in the fridge and...
Sure, Sue. I'm not an infant. I'll be okay till you get back.
Don't forget to put the cat out before you go to sleep. And turn off the TV and...
For the love of Pete, sis. You're beginning to sound like a broken record. See you later. I hear the phone ringing inside. Hi, Chief. No, I haven't heard the radio. What? Spider-Man? You're kidding. Sure, I'll be glad to help you find him. Talk to you later, Chief. Got to hang up now. I thought I heard something outside the window. That shadow on the pane. There is someone out there. Flame on! Whoever it is, he has more nerve than brains. He's opening the window from the outside. I'll just zip out and grab his legs as I pass him. Hey! He's faster than I thought! Torch, wait. I want to talk to you. Hold it! Cut it out! What's wrong with you? You some kind of nut or something? I'll show you the kind of nut I am. You thought you'd sneak up on me, did ya? Diving under that pool isn't gonna help you, fella. That water's gonna be too hot for you to hide in before you know it. I came to him in good faith, to ask for help. But if it's a fight he wants, he sure is gonna get it. First thing I'll do is make a soggy, wet water ball out of some strands of webbing. Here, hothead! This ought to cool you off for a while. You're fighting a big-time operator now. Don't go way mad, sonny boy. There's lots more where that came from. Me go away? Brother, that's just wishful thinking. I'll just make a few fire images of me, and then we'll mix ourselves up a little bit.
It'll be fun watching you knock yourself out trying to stop the right one. Holy heat waves! I never saw anyone move so fast.
I told you, Junior. This is the big time. Your cornball tricks don't bother me. The Torch must have found out about the police wanting me for the theft of the painting, and he believes I'm guilty. I sure came to the wrong guy for help. Well, the heck with him. It'll take more than a human matchstick to put the caboose on Spider-Man. Just in case he's dumb enough to still be following me, I'll arrange a little welcome for him here at the construction site. Here he comes. Well, all I've got to do is whirl this cement mixer at super speed, and the long pipe I attached to the muzzle will do the rest. Bullseye! So long, stupid. By the time you get out of that, maybe you'll have learned better than to fight with Spider-Man.
Drat the chicken scratching look. It's my own blame fault. When will I ever learn to stop underestimating my opponents? Well, first thing I gotta do is get out of this cement straitjacket. I'll just increase the heat of my body as much as possible. And presto! I guess I'm the only guy who ever baked himself out of a fix like that. I'm bushed. Better rest a while. Spider-Man will keep till later.
Minutes later, as Johnny wearily heads for home,
it's a spooky feeling, knowing that he could be anywhere, watching me with that blasted spider vision of his. Well, guess I rested enough. I'm flame on and take to the air again. It'll be a lot easier to find from up here. And next time, I won't be such a lunkhead. I'll be extra careful.
While the Torch is sightseeing out there, this deserted chem lab is just what I need. Expertly, the clever science student gets to work. I've got to make a web which will hold the Torch long enough for me to reason with him. The addition of these ice-cold silicone crystals, which I can manipulate under the microscope, are just what I need. Done! Now all that remains is to test it. Perfect! It's cold enough to douse Torch's flame, and strong enough to withstand a hammer blow. Now it's time to track me down a Human Torch. And, exactly 1 block away, at the corner of Madison Avenue and 63rd Street. I hear you're a whiz at designing sports cars, Torch. Have you ever done any work on motorcycles?
Sure. I got the sweetest Harley Davidson you've ever seen in my garage. As soon as we get Spider-Man under wraps, take a ride out to my place, Pete, and we'll... Hey! What is it?
Look! It's him!
What's the matter, Torch? You need a bodyguard? How about trying to tackle me by yourself again?
Just try and stop me, loudmouth! Flame on!
Only missed me by a couple of feet that time, Junior. Not bad for a guy with no talent.
I'll make you eat those words before we're through, you masked meathead!
If I stay close enough to the people below, he'll be unable to use his fireballs, for fear of hurting someone. Tell me something, Torchy. How can someone as slow as you manage to keep up with the Fantastic Four?
Very funny, chum. Look, running up the side of a building is just a corny show-off trick. It's not gonna shake me off your trail.
I'm not trying to shake you, Half-Point. All I want to do is get you to a nice, quiet, lonely spot. Like this. And then...
And then what?
I'm glad you asked me, Torch. Here! This ice silicone web ought to answer your question real neat.
Okay, so you stop me for now. But this hunk of phony threads won't hold me forever. And when I melt them...
Look, hothead. Gives your tonsils a rest and listen to me, will ya? I just wanted a chance to tell you that I didn't take that Da Vinci painting. Somebody framed me, and no pun intended. The only reason I came to your pad was to ask you to help me.
You kidding? Do you think I was born yesterday?
Didn't I tell you to clam up and listen? That web is so icy, it'll make you cough when you open your mouth.
You're telling me?
Hey, now what? My flame died out so fast, it turned to vapor. And the frigid web is changing the vapor. For crying out loud, I'm covered with snow.
It'll soon melt, and you'll be able to flame on again. So I've got to talk fast. Use your head torch. If I really stole that painting, why would I waste time trying to convince you? I'd cut out so fast your head would spin. I thought you'd get a kick out of working with me and helping me find the real thief. But I'm through begging. Now you can make up your mind. I probably made a mistake coming to you in the first place. All you care about is headlines. You probably don't want to share the publicity with me. So I'll go it alone from here on in. So long, little man.
Can you tie that? He called me all the things I was calling him. Maybe the costume clown really is innocent. Well, I'll bust out of here easy enough.
All I need is to increase my body heat till it reaches cosmic blast intensity. And then...
So much for that icy web. Now my next step is to ask the police to call off the hunt for Spider-Man until I've had a chance to contact him again.
A few minutes later, in the office of Deputy Police Inspector Rudd.
Yes, Chief. Sure, Chief. I know, Chief. We're bound to get a lead on Spider-Man sooner or later.
Can you use a light, Inspector?
I could use a miracle torch. If I don't find that Spider-Man, the Chief will have my scalp. He stole another painting a half hour ago. They found another piece of his web right at the scene of the crime.
That clinches it, pal. He can't be guilty because he was playing footsie with me a half hour ago. Someone's trying to frame Spider-Man, and we better find out who.
Could be.
Maybe I can fly over the city and try to find...
Relax, Torch. Sometimes the less glamorous, but tried and true police methods will get the best results. Let me go through my mugshots and see what I come up with.
After long minutes of painstaking scrutiny...
The Fox! Why didn't I think of him before? This has all the trademarks of one of his capers.
And it says here the Fox's real name is Reynard Slinker. That's his real name.
That's all I need, Chief. At least it's a lead. Have your men block all the arteries to and from the city, and wait till you hear from me. I'll do the rest.
Spider-Man! Let's work together, so he writes that out in the sky.
First thing to do is to contact Spider-Man.
But other eyes have also seen the dramatic letters of fire in the sky.
Hey, boss. If the Torch teams up with Spider-Man, I don't want any part of it.
A wise general knows when to retreat. Don't panic, boys. We'll simply leave town for a while for our, health. Wow, what a showman that guy is. Only Spider-Man would think of shining his spider symbol from the Statue of Liberty's torch.
Hi, Torchy. I had a hunch you'd be along sooner or later.
Don't let it get to your head, laughing boy. We still got a little robbery to solve.
Don't try to kid me. I'll bet you got some plan of action mapped out.
Natch, I practically doped out the whole thing, with a little help from Inspector Rudd. The crook we're looking for is probably a bozo known as the Fox. I brought you a photo of him. Oh, it's still steaming.
Okay, now that we know what he looks like, where do we find him? Heck, I can't do all the thinking for you. We'll have to find him somehow. The only clues are a list of places Inspector Rudd gave me where he was seen recently. This subway station is the first place. Let's look inside. I hear you talking, hotshot. I sure get a kick out of the way people gape at me when I swing up by on my web. What you staring at, fella? Didn't you ever see a Spider-Man swinging down a subway tunnel before?
Yoo-hoo! Young man, would you help a little old lady, please?
I'm busy right now, ma'am. But sure, what can I do for you?
Could you just hold this bag for me while I try to find my subway tokens?
It'll be a pleasure, ma'am. You shouldn't have to carry such a heavy bag. Say, what is this? It's all sticky. I can't let go. It's covering me with some sort of super glue.
Ah, you catch on quickly, don't you? Well, now that your hands are occupied, I'll just make sure that I put the rest of you out of action too. For now that you've outlived your usefulness to the fox, I must regretfully bid you adieu.
But at that split second, a sudden streak of flame darts out, striking the fox's weapon and melting it instantly. The torch!
A wise man is never too proud to flee when his plans are upset. I'll still triumph over those two young bunglers.
Stop squirming, Spider-Man. I'll melt that thing off of you in a minute. Hey, take it easy, Torch. Those are my hands in there. Anybody ever tell you that you complain a lot for a superhero? There. Now you can wiggle your little pink fingers again. Okay, hot stuff. Let's go. The fox is headed this way. Move, Chowderhead! There's a train behind you! Wait! What was the thing I just ran past? On the tracks below! Hey! Stop scaring me that way, will you? I was right. It's some sort of a trap door. Come on, Torch. Get a move on. This must be the entrance to one of the fox's secret lairs. Say, some cozy setup he's got here. Yeah, but no sign of him. Or the Da Vinci painting. He gave us the slip, but he can't have gotten far. Torch, we've run out of clues, so we've only one thing to fall back on. We'll have to rely on my spider sense to help us track him down. I've heard about that little power of yours, but I always thought it was a gag. If you want to use it, be my guest. Fair enough. Let's head for the Bowery. Might as well start with the crummiest part of town. Spider sense. Big deal. I'd have thought of that myself. Minutes later, in the heart of New York's Bowery, those poor guys are too down and out to notice a couple of clowns like us. Well, when does your spider sense start perking, pal? As soon as you clam up long enough to give it a chance. Finally, after a half hour of tedious walking and searching... Hold it, Torch! I sense something! It's coming from that wooden... Indian. Or Native American. Are you kidding? The only thing that joker's got is termites! Torch, you're about as funny as a busted leg. And just as useful. I'm gonna force this wooden arm and see what happens. Still feel like laughing at my spider sense? Shh. Well, I'll be. Watch out, Torch! We've stuck pay dirt! Only one chance to a customer, pal. This little smoke screen will knock the fight out of him fast enough.
Okay, I admit this is one of the Fox lairs, but he lamed out already and took the painting with him.
The rat deserted us. He hightailed it for Central Park. And I hope you get him.
Thanks for nothing, bub. Central Park's a mighty big place. How do we know where to find him? What do you use for a memory, Torch? Did you forget about my spider sense? Come on, we're wasting time. You know, you handle those webs of yours pretty smooth for a guy who can't fly. And you fly pretty good for yourself, for a guy with no webs. Here's the park, playmate. Now what? Now just watch me catch a fox. That's what. With the unerring instincts of his namesake, Spider-Man heads right for a certain water fountain. And... see what I mean, Hotshot? Boy, I'll bet you be a terror in a game of hide-and-seek. Looks like this is the last of the fox's lairs, but it's deserted. A lot of good your spider sense is doing us. Hey! What are you climbing up there for? Shh! This hidden exit leads to the surface. I want to hear this.
Sorry, Pop. You'll have to take that gadget out of the park if you don't have a license.
Oh, sorry, officer. You bet. I'll roll it away right now. Hold on, mister. I want to ask you something. This is a heck of a time to be buying a look at the moon. Bending down, suddenly the strange little man presses a small button at the side of his shoe. And then...
If you want to talk to me, you'll have to catch me first. And nobody can do that.
I wouldn't bet on it, brother.
How did you...
They don't call me Spider-Man for nothing, chum. And now, we've got a little unfinished business to take care of. First of all, let's see what you look like under this thing. No wonder you wear a mask.
You can't do this! Nobody's ever out-tricked a fox before!
And nobody succeeded in framing Spider-Man before. You're lucky I don't mop up the place with you. So this is why I couldn't see out of this gizmo. It's a phony! Just a hollow pipe. And look what's inside. The stolen Da Vinci painting. Look out! You'll burn it! Relax. My hand isn't flaming. You were some help, Torch. I needed you like a hole in the head. In your case, kiddo, a hole in the head would be an improvement.
Come on, knock me off so I can stop listening to you two nuts.
And the end. So for another brief encounter between the Torch and Spider-Man, don't miss the Fantastic Four Annual #1. On sale now. I think they're talking about #1. There was a reprint story in that one I read on the channel where it was like basically extending the events of Spider-Man's first issue in that comic in Fantastic Four Annual. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, that'd be appreciated. If you have any requests you want me to do, just let me know down in the comments, and I'll tell you when I can do the requests. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys later.